So what's going on, guys? In this video we'll be doing the pivoting using the tool called Chisel. So this Chisel is so good tool, so you can pivot multiple networks. So okay, I have this setup. I have this Kali Linux machine at 126 subnet and the Metasploitable 1 machine, Metasploitable 2, Metasploitable 3. So the reason why I am using these three are these consume less RAM and I can run these machines. If I'm using Windows 7, this will struck so much. So that's why I'm using the Metasploitable machines. And this Kali Linux is connected to this 126 subnet. So you can see these two can communicate each other. And also this machine 1 have another adapter that is connected to this 150 network, and this in this subnet we have this another computer 150.130. so these two can communicate each other, and this Kali Linux cannot communicate with this M2 because there is no route. So the only way is via this M1 machine, and here in the same M2 have the another adapter which is 59 subnet, and in this subnet there is a live host 59.109. so okay, you can ping this machine and you can find the vulnerabilities and you can get the reversal. So after getting the reversal on this machine you can do the ping sweep, so to see all the live host in this subnet. So that's how you discover that there is another adapter, and in that subnet we have the 150.130. so that's why you do the ping sweep and you find this 150.130. so you need to establish the route from Kali Linux to the M2. so that's why we are going to use the Chisel. So go to Chrome and search for Chisel GitHub, so you will get the link, and make sure you download the latest version. So I'm not opening the Chrome because already 4 virtual machines are running, so it's already in my desktop. Chisel -h. So this is the help page. I can run this Chisel as a server, and I can also run this Chisel as a client. Okay, I will show you one theory, one concept that you can try, because this Kali Linux is not connected to internet. Okay, so first we run the Chisel mode in the Chisel server, and you need to specify the port, let's say 3333, and hit enter. So the Chisel server is running on the port 3333. okay, now my Metasploitable machine, I got the reversal. Now what I can do is I can just do the file transfer from the Kali to this box and I will get the Chisel, and then we need to say client. So we are connecting to the Chisel server. So which server? This Chisel server. So that means we need to get the IP address 192.168.126.132. colon. So you need to specify the port 3333 because we are running Chisel on the server as 3333. And now we need to specify the syntax like this, 5555 colon. So this 5555 here is the local port on our machine, colon. So where you need to send the data, suppose let's say google.com port 80. so what this string entry mean is, first we are going to connect to the Chisel server using this address, and then we are going to open the port on our local Metasploitable machine at the 5555, and we are going to forward the traffic to the google.com. so now hit enter. So if I go to this machine, now whatever the traffic is coming to this port 5555, it will be tunneled to the google.com through this Kali Linux machine. So I will just draw and show you. So first we are running Chisel as a server, and then we are running this Metasploitable one as a client, and then we connected to the server, and we open the port 5555. So this 5555 tunneled through this server to google.com. So that is this basic client to use. So this is just a concept you can use whenever you want to push the traffic to this Kali Linux. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So I'm just cleaning this off. So I have SSH into this Metasploit Bull 2 machine, so that is normal first machine. So you may ask in the normal pentest situation how you can SSH. So you get the first reverse shell, in the same way you get the second reverse shell. So now what I can do is I can say wget http /127.0.0.1:5555. so I'm connecting to my 5555 port, so it should tunnel through this Kali Linux machine. So let me run the TCP dump. So interface, any interface source, if it is coming from 131, capture those packets, run as sudo. Alright, now all I need to do is I am on this Metasploit 2, I need to hit enter. So you can see it's connected to 5555. I think we are not getting any result. Okay, so instead of google.com, let's try normal any other IP address. Let's say 192.168.1.1, which is it does not exist, to port number 80, and hit enter. So you can see proxy 5555 is reasoning, and now hit enter. You should get some request. So let me stop here and let's stop. So first you can see here accept SSH ports. This is normal SSH. So request from 57014 to 3333. Okay, so we are getting so many requests for this 3333 port, requesting for the IP address this one 192.168.1.1, which does not exist. So okay, that's how you use the normal client method. So you can just we no need to use this many times. So okay, so one method we are going to use is that is reverse. So whenever we are running the Kali Linux in the server reverse mode, any client that can connect to this can open a port on this Kali Linux machine. So export, and then it can decide where the traffic should be sent to. So client has opened the port X on this Kali Linux machine. Suppose instead of X, let's say 1 2 3 4. So 1 2 3 4 port has been opened by this client. Up to now that is closed, and then he can decide where to send this traffic coming from 1 2 3 4. So then I can say this client can send to this machine. So what you need to do is you need to connect to this 1 2 3 4, and you can start going into the browser or scan this port, so that traffic will be sent by the to this network via this machine. We can also send this traffic to the google.com or microsoft.com, any your wish. So let's do that. How to do that? So here my chisel is running on 3333, so it's a normal fake temporary port. So let me close this. Let's clear the screen. Let me chisel client 3333. So after connecting, I need to say R:. So R, you can also specify the IP address of our Kali Linux machine. but it's a R means the reverse, or you can see this is the machine. And in this machine I want to, sorry, in the Kali Linux I want to open the port 4444 colon. Now to which host I need to forward this packet coming from the 4444, that means to this IP address, because we have the connectivity, right? So this M1 machine can connect to this M2 machine 150 192.168.150.130, and which port, you can say port 80. So we are trying to scan the web server and hit enter. I'm sorry, it's 3333 4 3s, right? Now hit enter. So you can see we are connected to this Kali Linux machine. Now in the Kali Linux machine you can see there is a session 2 4444 running, which is connected to this 150 130 180. So that's it. Open the web browser. So go to our local host 4444. Okay, I just turn off any proxy settings. No proxy. Now just go to 127.0.0.1 colon 4444 and hit enter. Now you should see Metasploitable 2 machine. Now you can do the nmap scan on this port. So let us see what we have done. So we have opened 4444 port open, and we have sent the traffic to the port number 80. Okay, so if you want to scan the port number 22, you need to put the 22 here, but it is very tedious task, right? You need to scan thousands of like hundreds of ports, like you need to scan 1000 ports, in which 100 ports will be open. So manually changing all these ports from 80 to 22 or to 21, it will be very difficult task. So what I'm going to do is, I want to create the this machine as a, I want to first run the SOC server on this machine, SOCs. So this SOC server will be running, and this machine will act as a SOCs client, and whatever we are sending from one port, it will be directed to this directory using this box. So we'll be doing that. I hope it's clear up to now. It's like a simple one port to one port forwarding, and you need to do is SOCs 5 and hit enter. So in the client version, I'm connecting as a client to this Kali Linux machine, Chisel server, and I can say it's 5555. This is the SOC server and colon SOCs. So what this means is, whatever coming data coming from the port 5555 from Kali Linux machine, this SOCs is our this Chisel have the SOCs, so it has an internal SOCs. So it will be act as a SOCs client, and it will send the data to this M2 machine, which will be very easy for us to scan the ports. Now hit enter simply. So we have connected from 5555 to SOCs. So all you need to do is, in your Kali Linux machine, you need to edit this HC proxy chains dot configuration and go to ending and add this line SOCs 5 localhost and the port number 5555. So whatever packets you are sending via proxy chains, it will be routed through the SOCs. Sorry, so proxy chains nmap. So I want to scan the IP address, this one 192.168.150.130. So 150.130 150.130 and hit enter. Now you can see there is a strict chain from our localhost 5555 port to this 13080 and OK. You will also see another chain of 221. So you can see we have successfully scanned the FTP and HTTP server, and the chain is from this our 5555 to this 21. So this is how you pivot through the machines using the chisel. So I can say clear, and now let's stop this one. Let's also stop this one. Let's clear the screen. Okay, now what we want to do is we have successfully, let me remove all this mess. So okay, now we have successfully scanned the machine and found a reversal, a vulnerability that gave us a reversal back to this Kali Linux machine. Okay, now we have access to this machine. Sorry, I'm writing with the mouse. We have access, and we have access to this machine. Now we need to scan this machine using this machine. So okay, think like this. So whenever you have only one connection, what you did is you run the server and made this as a middle machine, and you have transferred this package to this packet. In the same way, think of this one as a Kali Linux server and send the packets from this to this. Okay, so to do that, whatever we have done in the Kali Linux, do like this: chisel 32 server, and what you want to do is we need to say let's say port number 2222 and the reverse. So and hit enter. So okay, we are reasoning on 2222 port. So now from this box, so let's go to this box once. Let's say IPA. So 59.129, right? So this box has 59.128. Okay, now from this box you can also use the file transfer from this box to this box, and you can get the chisel. So I want to connect to this client. Which client? Which server? This server. So the server's IP address is this one, 150.128, because they are in the same subnet, 150.128. Colon which port? So this is the port which we have run 2222. So after connecting, what you need to do? What you need to do is we need to say R colon which port. Let's choose 5555 port colon. So where you need to forward this whole traffic coming from 5555 means to this machine. So 159, so 59.129 colon. So which port? 80 port, and now hit enter. So okay, now up to now we have set up the server, and this box has been connected to this and forwarding packets coming from this 5555 to this box port 80. So that's fine. So how do you access from the Kali Linux? So that means you need to set up another connection from this box. So you need to say reverse 3333, and you need to get the reversal 2 times from this box. So I just SSH to show you the result. Chisel 32 and client version. So we need to connect to this Kali Linux machine. I think my IP is correct. Yes, correct. and the port number is 3333 colon 3333. And after connecting, we need to open a port, let's say 6666, and transfer. So where to transfer all this data coming from a newly opened port 6666, that means transfer to this 5555. Okay, what we can say is 127.0.0.1 colon 5555 and hit enter. So here you can see the connection. So whatever I send the 6666, the data goes to this 5555 of this machine, and whatever I send to this 5555, it will be going to this 59.129.80. Okay, let's go and open the web browser. So what I need to do is we need to just simply go to this 127.0.0.1. so which port? This 6666 port colon 6666 and hit enter. Excuse me, what? So okay, let's use another port. Let's use, instead of 6666, 1111 1111. So you can see we have successfully connected to this latched box. So we have successfully connected from 1111 to 5555, and this to this one, and this will be redirected to the port 80. So this is like one to one port, right? So we can use the we can set up two SOCKS proxies, this one and this one. So let's go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, let's scan this. I don't know why Nmap is giving the wrong results. Let's 1111 127.0.0.1. So I don't know why Nmap is showing the wrong results. So maybe we should use the localhost. Okay, anyway, what we can do is we can close this. We need to again also close this one. So okay, so let me clean this mess first. Okay, we need to set up the SOCKS server command here, and then this will connect as a client, and it will open a port, say 2222, and it will redirect all the traffic from the data comes from this 2222, and it will be gone through this SOCKS, and it will be redirected to this one. Okay, now this is a single step. So what you need to do is you need to set up another SOCKS here. Let's say on the port 1111. We need to set up on this 1111, and we need to redirect everything to this port 2222. Okay, let's do that. So we are running normal 3333. First let's set up this second box for the SOCKS 5. So now we need to connect to this, and we need to redirect to our SOCKS. So okay, so what this means is we are connecting to this 2222 and then opening the 5555 port. Okay, let's say 5555 5 5. This is the main one, and this is the main one, and open the 5555 will be open on this one. And now I will be, this third box will be acting as a socks, and hit enter. So now on this we have setup, and also we have connected to this 3333. We have the server on 3333. So all I need to do is I need to raise one more port on this Kali Linux machine. So let's say 1111 colon socks, and hit enter. So this will open a 1111 port on this Kali Linux, and there are two proxy ports. So one is 1111, and the next one is which we have opened on the second box, that is 5555. So note these ports, we need to use those in the proxy chains. So 1111, and next one is 5555, right? 1111 5555, and hit enter. So I think now we have successfully pivoted. So to testing, let's say 59.129, so which is the last box. So we have the 111 opened, and it is connected to this socks, and which is connected to this socks, which will be forwarded to this box. So let's check that, and you can see okay. So here this is our 1111 port, and it is connected to the 5555 on this second box, and third box will be act as in the middle here, and it will be act as a socks, and it will forward everything to this 80. So that means the port. So you can see we have successfully scanned the boxes. We can also do the version scanning. So it will take some time because of the proxy chains. So first one may be normal scanning, second one for the version. So you can see we got the version scanning. So you can do normally like as you do normal box when you can scan normally. So that's how you use the chisel for the pivoting. So that's all for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you like it.